So today we're covering all things fartlek training, fartlek running. What is it? Why should you do it? And how to do it? Let's get on with it. So yeah, welcome back to the channel, and we're back with another tips video. This time it's the turn of fartlek training and fartlek running. You may have come across the term, and again this is aimed at those that are maybe just starting out, new runners, etc. What does it mean? How do you incorporate it into your training? Today I'm going to cover all that. So yeah, I've done loads of other hints and tip videos. I'll tag the playlist there, the information video playlist, and I'll tag it at the end of this vlog as well, for those that want to go and watch any of the other ones that you may have missed out on. But today, fartlek running. So what is fartlek training, fartlek running? What does the word fartlek mean? It is Swedish, I believe, definitely Scandinavian, but I'm pretty confident it's Swedish, and it basically translates to speed play. So in its most basic form, it's just playing around with your speed within a run. So yeah, it's basic unstructured speed work. So yeah, just a good way of starting to get into some speed work if you're not quite ready for intervals yet, or more intensive training when you're just starting out. Fartlek is a good starting point, and yeah, it's continuous running when you're just mixing up your speed, little bursts of speed, and then ease back into a recovery period. And there's no stopping like interval training, it is continuous running. Moving on to why you should do it. First and foremost, it's dead simple and dead easy to do. Practically everyone can do it, even from the get-go. If you're on a run, you can start to implement a bit of speed play in your running, a little burst, maybe even 10 seconds of effort, and then back into your normal easy pace, etc. It can be dead simple like that. Doesn't have to be all singing and dancing and flashy and fancy. It can be dead simple, a little bit of effort, and then back into a recovery run. Because of its simplicity, it's really flexible and obviously fully controllable, so you can basically again do what you want. There's kind of carte blanche. There's no hard and fast rule in terms of fartlek. There is some structured workouts you could do, but just to start with, for example me now, I could just try and run to the second tree and pick up my pace now, run down to the second tree, and then ease back off into my normal pace. So it's fully controllable and fully flexible, depending on your individual circumstances and fitness. Another reason why you should do it is it's great for all runners of all abilities, so beginners definitely. Good way of starting out with mixing up your training and varying your training a little bit, adding a little bit of low intensity speed work in there, as well as experienced runners. Again, implement this within your training week to spice up maybe a longer run. I say it does make it a bit more fun, mixing with your speed rather than just doing one continuous pace throughout. So yeah, good for all runners, fun, and spices up an otherwise mundane run. And one final reason, again, because it's continuous running, you're working on your aerobic capacity, so you're still base building to some extent, working on your aerobic fitness because you're running continually. However, those little bursts of speed, you start to tap into that kind of tempo effort, depending on how fast you're going to go. So it does cover a lot of bases within your training. And just to wrap up now, how do you do them? Again, in its most simple form, you can simply do a relaxed fartlek, and I call it pick a point. So again, on a run, pick a lamppost, a bench, a post box, a tree, anything. Pick a point in the distance, make an effort towards that landmark, and then back into your standard consistent running pace, whatever that might be, easy running, steezy, steady, whatever it might be. So yeah, it can be as relaxed and informal as that. Let's just pick a point within a normal steady state run and have a couple bursts of effort in there just to get started. Or the other types of fartlek you can do is either distance fartlek, which is obviously alternate speed work across a set distance, so 1k on-offs, 1 mile on-offs, 500 metre on-offs, 800 metres half mile on-off. So you do a kind of continuous run, but for the first block of distance you do a nice easy effort. Then the next time your watch flicks over, you go into an effort block of a set distance. Again, can be quite short to start with if you wish. Yeah, you can do as short as 100 metres, 200 metres if you need to, and then go into that longer continuous run and then back into another block. Or if you don't want to do distances, you can do time fartlek. So again, run for 10 minutes and then do 1 minute or 2 minutes of effort, and then back into another 10-minute continuous recovery run, and then back into a block of time as your fartlek effort. Yeah, the beauty of fartleks is they're massively flexible, like I mentioned earlier, and there's no real hard and fast rules about them. Personally, I try and keep them as informal as possible. As soon as you start to formalise them and have set blocks, you start to get on the cusp of interval training, and then as soon as you start putting real hard efforts in, you'll naturally want to do a stop for a walk in recovery, and that becomes obviously interval training and not fartlek. So try and keep it informal, go out on a continuous run and just put in bits of speed play in there, bits of bursts of speed and effort within an otherwise continuous run, and that's basically fartlek training in a nutshell. So yeah, we've covered the basics today. If you've got any questions or queries, drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them as always. But yeah, feel free to click on the information video playlist that'll pop up now at the end of this vlog. But all the best for your training and running. Happy running. I'll see you all on the next one.